Welcome back to Factorio Space Age. Finishing up launching enough science out of here. And then we also will be launching ourselves out of here and get to where we need to be. That's one question is going to be, what kind of trip planning we're going to do here? Because we've got the platform right here. It's got a lot of stuff in it already. And probably not enough space to go grab all the rest of the science we need right now. Let's look at the amounts required here. If we look at the actual overview here, we already have a lot, and specifically enough, of the first 7 from the first planet and space. And we just need to go grab the other ones from Fulgora, Vulcanus, here at Aquila, which is at 14 out of 18,000. And then get everything over to Gleba, where we need to. Yeah. Man. We would need to get quite a few more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Usually it's like 2,000 per row. We got like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20-ish. Actually, -4, that's like 16,000. So we can't even really go and pick up the full amount we need at either Fulgora or Vulcanus. So if we look at the space map here, we're going to have to go over to Gleba, drop stuff off, then do another round trip to Vulcanus and Fulgora while we fix things. Other question. Does Vulcanus and Fulgora have the ability to launch the 19,000 science needed? This looks set up well enough. It's all kind of going. And Fulgora just has whole piles of stuff. Oh, yeah. It should both be fine. Ignore the warding system. That's also fine. Power, also probably fine. Rockets, also doing fine. We still have 6,000 explosive rockets. And a whole lot of icy chunks. That's all we're getting out here. Not making very many more rockets and stuff. The current setup here. Not too many other kinds of rocks coming in. Just because of where we are in space here. Yeah. We just need to get a little bit more science made. Which is going as much as it can here. How's the ice doing through here? It's getting through all the way. It's doing well. When we leave here, this is all going to grind to a halt, most likely. We didn't even set it up to do so intentionally. Might be a smart plan. Okay. As it currently stands, temperature is at 980. So it's using up all the fuel. Eventually it's going to be overcapped. Just keep on burning. What if we turn off one of these? How would that affect things? Temperatures in these is dropping substantially. Because it's trying to heat things that are no longer as heated. 977. These ones here also slightly dropping. Also just saving up solid fuel here for turning everything back on when we get back. Well, that'll be alright. I think we mostly want to turn things off completely. I mean, eventually probably freeze and turn off completely. We don't really want to use up more like the crude oil than we really need to. Technically limited in technically some things here. Kinda, sorta. I think the real limitation we're currently hitting here is the ammonia. It's all getting turned into solid fuel. And all used to heat things here. It's only dropping a little bit. It's definitely going to balance out at some point. In terms of power usage, we're also doing fine. Nutrient plants, they're a little bit lower. Here's a rocket silo. It's no longer launching constantly, because we don't have the 1,000 cryogenic science packs to put in here. Let's gonna keep trying. Okay. In terms of research, currently getting pretty much everything we want from the cryogenic section here. A lot of things we need to get from here. It's gonna be great. That just requires us to send up enough of these to get to there. Currently at still the 14,000 up here. And we got another 600 in here. So we just need to get that from 14,600 to 18,000. Our current production statistics showing us at about 108. So, not even bad, really. While we wait for that to finish doing its best here, keep on monitoring the temperature. 970. 996.37. These are connected temperature-wise. 98, 999. They're not necessarily going up at this point. Pretty close, though. Consistent. No. 2, 3, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4. It's going up very, very slightly here. This keeps on burning everything. We sent... If we get some more ammonia being made, that could be helpful. We could probably do that with just speed modules. Even just a little bit more is honestly fine. If it gets enough ammonia for this to be going up, filling up the tanks. Just constantly working fluid shortage. The other situation here is the ice situation. Because currently with this setup, we're only filling up half of the belt with ice. Could change this to make these in a different spot, to actually fill up full belt with ice. That's also too much ice to get used over here, so it's going to all end up in these boxes. That's also going to be a limiting factor. In general, though, there should be a little bit more ammonia coming in. If only for making more stuff out of ammonia. So with this, we're at 12,000. Let's turn that back on for a little bit here. Let's get that nice and filled while we're still here. 14,800. 996. 999.88. Yeah, that's something. Very warm. How warm is it all out here? 790. Up at the ends of these pipes. 760, 790. It's definitely spread out the heat pretty effectively here. This one's looking a little bit cooler. All the way down here. Even these ones are like 400. That's pretty good. So we definitely could heat it even further, technically. These heat pipes are very effective at getting the heat where it needs to be. Well enough for this setup, at least. I'll take them. Fluid reinsurance, reinsurance. We've also turned these back on, so that's also going to use some ammonia now. So, just a little bit. Fill this tanks back up. We could also obviously set up more things, just making it more ammonia in general, but that's a different problem. More speed? More speed modules in here? No. When we come back here, we're probably going to need to come back with more rocket bits also. Since, as it currently stands, we have enough to launch here. Like the 15,000 mark there? Probably. And enough for ourselves. So we also need to make sure that we stop it when it is finished sending up the 18,000 so we can actually also get launched off of here. I think we did send up additional amounts of everything we actually needed, so technically we could maybe send an extra 1,000, but no real need to. Already set up the whole systems here to send up enough science to have extra. As we've seen with problems with having extra science on the belts and in the labs and stuff. All of this we're also going to need to completely redo to use all the different sciences. More about that once we actually get there, though. Temperature check. 966. Slowly. Maybe dropping. It's pretty much fine. This is at 999.88. As long as everything's doing well. We filled this box of solid fuel. That'd be hopefully enough to turn everything back on. Or at least somewhat. In terms of making power, it's probably going to be manual solid fuel into here until it turns back on all of the steam turbines. Then we'd have power to power everything else to actually do things. Would not be our first time getting a planet up and running from a broken situation. Again. There's technically some power here, only from the solar panels. The sending rocket fuel over here to power these steam engines only works when more is being made here. Turn on the ores and stuff to make things. Deal with all of the spoilage. Might even be worth it to try to increase the amount we're doing here, but again, that's a problem for once we actually get back over there. Now I think we're pretty much where we want to be here. How much ice is getting through to these boxes? Quite a bit. Ideally, we would be in a position where there's not extra. Or we just make more of the platforms here. In terms of platforms box, also got a good chunk of those. Useful if we wanted to expand more here. Honestly, with our current production rates, about 100 per minute is perfectly acceptable. It's more than 1 per second, so pretty good. Yeah, tiny amount of ammonia in here for doing stuff. This is slowly filling back up, making more things. Oh, the lithium brine tank is kind of the limiting factor here, it looks like. Very little in here. Let's pump in all it can from all these spots. Lithium brine. The lithium brine is the quantity, 775,000. Crude oil is percentage yield. Fluorine is percentage yield. 5.6 million brine up there. Whether this is decreasing the quantity as it mines out more of the lithium brine? Potentially. Well, if we're getting lower on lithium brine, is that lowering the amount of lithium we're making? A little bit. The speed modules aren't really doing much if it doesn't have the lithium brine to keep making it currently. And that's going to be limiting the lithium production, which could, in theory, eventually limit how much science we're making from the lithium. There's still 100 more lithium plates in here. The other ones are basically emptied out. So whether or not we're actually still making enough lithium is another question. If we see the lithium plates actually being insufficient, then we can put more power up there or something. Give us some more speed modules. Let's probably take the speed modules out of there then. Power-wise, doing perfectly fine. Yeah, power spike. Very good. There's the one rocket launch. Okay. So we're at 15,500 now. Let's go. In terms of other things to do here, if we could set up this system, realistically we don't need more ice than this. It's just a matter of having more of the ammonia. It's mostly fine. At a certain point, it is being limited by the output being full here for the ice again. So could make more of these. Could change this to be a full belt. Eventually, the ice comes over here and is only on a half belt anyways, so having a full belt of ice wouldn't actually matter. You'd have to split that off another place to get it over to the other ice boxes. So, that's alright. Temperature check. So like at 970, so that's perfectly fine. So 5 is enough heat for right now. Not specifically wasting any of the solid fuel we're making. Well, that's nice. This is down to 30. So it's definitely getting through it. We might need, in fact, to really go and speed up that. Maybe it's the speed modules to speed up the lithium brine, guys. It's definitely chugging through the lithium bits. Probably just going a little bit slower earlier. That allowed the lithium brine tank to fill up. Or it's being overworked. Also an option. More production. Faster. Which is the fastest? 2.2 per second, all of them. Okay. Well, now you are 3 per second. You can probably just fill up all these with more speed modules, honestly. Speed modules is about what we can accomplish here. Gives more energy usage, minus quality. It's all fine. We got the power. We're not doing anything with quality yet. We just need to get more lithium brine here to make more lithium plates before it stops making sciences here. Keeping that going would be nice. If we get these in all of these, that's going to increase it by 40%. Could also upgrade everything to speed module 2s, or go make speed module 3s and stuff. I don't know. Technically an option. Right, it's getting down to here. Just needs to keep pumping. Because if this is not enough of the brine, we need to go a lot further to get more. And then things become problematic. Okay. Yeah, just needs to get to the 18,000 here, and then we'll be fine. Also, we should have plenty of aluminum plates. Yep, 3,000 in there. Lovely. That'll be enough to get to that mark, at least. Faster. Could also put some beacons out here if we wanted to. Probably not necessary. I mean, we'll see here. We were making our way just made it through the lithium brine tank. That's accomplished about as much as it's going to here. Last one increased here by 40%. Calm. And there goes rocket 16,000. 15,000 here, it's gonna be 16, so we only need to launch 2 more here. How's this doing on the lithium now? It is mostly keeping out. Oh, it's gone through all the way down here. Working, working, working. Fluid ingredient shortage. Working. Yeah, it's like getting like half the amount of lithium brine it needs. Well, that's not great. That means, these are still waiting. If it gets to the end, that means it's mostly not working. What are you guys doing? No ingredients. Ingredients working. It's not even getting lithium to all the furnaces here. It's So these come past here. Where is the end of the lithium at? Down to here now. Let's do it. Yeah, still like half. What are these guys doing? These ones are getting enough. You're going up to the full amount before it gets there. But this one's so much quicker with all of these speed modules. 2, and that's not enough. Pump some more, it gets to 37. What are we doing here? 28. It's a different amount of pumping whenever it has. Depends on how it's pumping. 40. If we wanted more lithium brine, we need to go like over here. That is, there's more lithium brine here too. Up to this direction anyway, so. More lithium brine here too. Go this way to get closer to 2 more chunks. Fluorine. It's doing fine, comparatively. How is this going? Working. They're all still kind of working. Even though the lithium is lowering. Look at production here. Seems to be still steady. Well, if we can get the last, what, 1,700 here? 1,600 even almost? Got 16,000 of the 18,000 here. 16.4 almost. Just make it over that hurdle, then we'll be fine. Temperature is at 970, so that's also fine. Yep. And we're full on solid fuel, because this box is full of solid fuel. Great. And that's going to curb the amount of ammonia we need to be using up here. Should, in theory, be filling up a little bit more. And this is full, so we can turn off this. Don't need to make more when that's full. Or that also is a problem. Definitely not completely automated at all, which is a slight problem sometimes. Could almost do productivity modules or something. That only increases it by 4%. So, yeah. Not gonna really worry about that, I don't think. 16.5. How's the platform doing? We have 5.5 thousand rockets left in storage. So, that's okay. Uses 6 up per big asteroid that shows up. It's more than enough to retreat back into the inner solar system too. So that's okay. We're not making many more because of not having the rocks that we need here. I guess technically we could do the whole rock switcheroo thing. That is an option. Space stuff. Check asteroid reprocessing. We could do those. That would have to be a completely separate system. Switching out between each of the individual asteroid chunks. Technically an option, which would allow us to make more of everything here in quantities that are most useful. Currently we just have a whole pile of ice. That's alright. No sulfur. Got no carbon. This one guy is churning away. Also slightly concerned about power up here as we increase distance. Going to need to get some kind of nuclear thing going at some point. Should probably jettison some of these icy rocks too. It's got kind of too many of them. There you go. You can even set it to only ice rocks right now. Space. I see. Go. To launch a couple of the other rocks out there. Unfortunate. There's a couple explosives going over to make some rockets. They're doing their best. And the ammo portion is also doing fine. Got at least some of all the stuff it needs to make ammo here going. More rockets fired. 16,700. Almost there. How are we doing on the lithium? That's still working. There's no lithium here anymore. It's gone down to here. Down to the last one. Can't go much further down than it currently is. Just by quantity here. We're also kind of working though, so in theory it's fine. So the total production amount per here, per second. And that's the one lithium plate. It's gonna keep working, so. Seems like it's fine. Lithium brine, not filling up. Not doing as much as it can. Well, it goes across the finish line then. Or at least this next finish line. Next finish line is even further out though, so that's later. Okay. 16.9. Stuff is still not quick, even with all of these speed modules. With these cryogenic science packs. Normally 1 per 20 seconds. Now we're doing about 1 per 4 seconds with all these speed modules. Wild stuff. Could be even more wild if we had all the quality stuff. Quality modules and quality cryogenic plants and things. Essentially blasting through stuff. Well, that's a whole separate process. Almost ready to launch 17 here. That's pretty good. Lithium brine's at least not flashing here. Seems to mostly be working. It's not quite enough. Alright. And how's the ice doing? Filling up again? There's gonna be more ice in here now. A slight issue. That's probably gonna be the limiting factor here. Could attempt to keep this going for a little bit longer. A little bit of additional boxes here. That. These heat pipes, apples. I'll keep that going slightly. This one here, kind of just necessary for making this. This one fast inserter here is probably fine to take care of everything. Or something. It's still going. Alright. There should be 17,000 up here. Yep. Need a little bit more of this than some of the other sciences. Since we have only like 17,000 in the other ones. 18,000 in that one. 17, 14, 7. All calculated. All ready to go. Yeah. The last rocket that we need to send up here. Should be great. Do we think this is just going to keep on working in a current state? As long as the ice doesn't get through here. Should do, honestly. I think it might be prudent to prepare more space for more of this. Could be good. We can just keep this going for a bit longer. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's see what I accomplish here. Yeah, box here. Box here, box here. Box here, box here, box here. And we need heat pipes for all this. Also needs to be on this side. It's like a round in the bottom. And some power poles for everybody. That's going to give some more space for more ice. Should be good. Clean this out before we launch off. Just to make some more science while we're gone. And then once all those ice boxes fill, then it's going to back up. It's going to back up some more. To back up all the way back to here. Or backs up to here. All the way to here. And we don't get any more ammonia. And it doesn't make any solid fuel. And then it doesn't heat the generators. And then everything stops being hot. And then the steam turbines turn off. And then there's no power. And then everything stops. Either that or we run out of the hot Brokentone too. Again, it's not all perfectly automated here. There have to be very precise ratios of things in order to actually all work constantly. Different modules and stuff. The lithium's gotten back up to here, so that's good. That's at least kind of working. Ooh, calm. 17,500 basically. Just 500 to go. Alright. And in terms of rockets, we're at 5,300, which is also good. And just into most of these. Start that again, probably. Okay. Basically there. Basically there. If we're going to be doing in the order of 19,000 science worth of science, we're definitely going to need to get Gleba up slightly, I think. Try to just continue to expand in more there a little bit. Get through it a little bit more quickly. We also go around and try to make the more fancy labs. That also requires additional, just everything. Biolabs. We would need to make biter eggs, which means we would need to bring the biter eggs places, and then we need to make it buildable only there. We need to get the biter eggs, we need to bring the biofuel on transport from over there. And science pack drain rate 50%. Research 2 plus 5 star. This one is at 1 plus 2.5 star. So it's like, the biolab is a lot better, but a lot of additional situations. Research speed, like twice as fast. It's got more module slots. Uses half the science. Uses half the science, twice as fast. It's like 4 times more efficient. That's pretty good. That would decrease the amount of science we need to send. But, yeah. That would also be something. Oh boy. Maybe if we're going to go for even further infinite researches and things, we could worry about all that. Just getting the basic stuff researched here first. It's pretty much fine. Lithium is up to here. It's mostly working. 760. 100 per minute. Not too bad. Definitely getting the job done here at our current scale. The amount of ice platforms and stuff you need to make a mega base out here, that'd be pretty wild. And also just trying to get any different space platform systems working as trains in space, moving stuff around on schedules and things. That's a lot. We're mostly just making do here, currently. It's getting what we need to get done, eventually. Except like lava. That, we can probably improve some things there. That's the dream. 853, 57. And once this launches, basically turn off the stack inserters, bulk inserters. These don't even need to be bulk inserting anymore. There's not even close to enough science coming through to worry about that. At any rate, 900. It's time for us to go through and clean up. This ice, get another box up here. We're gonna need to put everything else into different boxes here next to here. Is there enough space? I need another box to put another box. Okay. We don't have any ammo on us, so that's fine. Huh. That is enough. Now these will fill up as much as they can for catastrophic failure. We pump one of these. I don't know if it's gonna get too full or not. Let's keep it kind of going. Okay. So that should now be up here. There it lands. There's 18,000. Cryogenic science. Brilliant. Alright. Travel to space platform. And this will do stuff while we're gone. In theory. As much as any of the other plans are doing stuff while we're gone, realistically. They're doing their best. Alright. Let's get up into space here. We will dock with this big old space platform. Doing great. Right where we need to be. We can launch off into space. Deliver this massive pile of cargo. And then go get more and deliver it also. Start doing the latest research. Next time. Goodbye.